Terry, what did Zack struggle with tonight the most?
Command.
I mean, fastball looked like
Command.
Yeah. Did you feel like his fastball though didn't have that same life also?
Steve's hard to tell. He didn't throw it over. I mean, he was behind a lot of counts, 3-2 counts, where throughout the game was, just one of those nights. He just didn't, he didn't have. He was in certain counts. He couldn't go to his off-speed stuff to, because he couldn't afford to throw the ball, throw any more balls. So he pretty much had to live and die with his fastball. So he just said he was, he fouled it off. He threw a lot of pitches, and he just, I don't know if it was the weather. I have no idea. It didn't bother Fister that much, but it's just a tough night for him.
Is it just one of those nights, and you can just chalk it up? I mean, he has been pitching so well for so long. Or do you think there is something to be said about him in uncharted water right now, maybe tiring a little bit?
He might be, but he had an extra day, and he's going to get another one again before he starts in Atlanta. So that should help out, but he might be tiring a little bit. But I think it's really, really important for him to realize what he's got to get through to get to the next start. If you're going to look at it, if he's going to look at 200 innings in the face next year, he's got to learn how to deal with it. So, I mean, everybody has a tough night, and tonight was his.
Okay. Who's next?
What do you make of the drop in Vic Black's velocity again tonight?
We're going to have Vic Black looked at in the morning. Yeah, we have a few concerns there.
Is it his neck again still? Or?
We don't know yet. He's not complaining of the neck, but we're going to have him. We're going to see if those issues have caused him to, because his arm angle has changed a little bit too. So we're going to have him looked at.
Okay.
Terry, how discouraging was the night as a whole? 4 errors and just a...
Yeah, again, it really all starts with when you don't pitch, the game gets ugly. There was a couple of errors. I mean, again, that's 2 games in a row that Wine bobbled the ball in center field, and we never see that. I mean, absolutely never. Dilson's error was a tough play. I don't know, or I guess they gave him a hit on that, but the ball got by Duda. The ball that Travis threw to third slipped out of his hand, he said. So it's just, but again, when you look up and there's guys all over the bases all the time, it gets ugly.
Yes, sir.
Terry, any update on Matt Dendecker?
I haven't. I don't know if he had an X-ray today or not. I mean, still hasn't swung. So.
Okay. Any last ones, guys?
Terry, in the 9th inning, Alvarez came in, was close to getting out of the inning without a run, gives up a home run, then the single, you took him out. How difficult is it from a manager's perspective when you have a September call-up, a new guy like him? You want to get him the experience, but you also want him to feel good about himself that he's gotten the job, at least got out of the inning or got the job done.
Yeah, that's what you hope. We put him in. We knew that they had the 2 switch hitters, turn those guys around. We knew that most likely Scott was going to pinch hit, but I really wanted him to face Span. That was, besides the two switch hitters, I thought, well, this would be a good test for him to face Span, and he just left the slider in the middle of the plate. But it's all a learning lesson for him. This kid started the year in the stinking Sally League, and he's here. So tremendous accomplishment. So there's going to be some, bumps in the road, and he made some pretty good pitches. Made some good pitches on Scott Hairston, who kills lefties, and then just hung the slider to Span. But it's great experience for him, and he needed to go out there where he actually pitched instead of just facing one guy here and one guy there. So. You like some of the things you see, but again, experience is going to certainly help him.